Just looks confused. Getting about playing the actual game itself.
Not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here.
Helps set up the next shot. Next shot gets on the green. That's how it sets up the birdie putt. It's one thing leading to another.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
So we played our first par 3, now to the first par 5 on this golf course at PGA West. It is the 535-yard 5th hole. Frank, it appears as though it rewards precision off the tee.
And the Bombers too. You can run out of water at 335 yards. So for the Dustin Johnsons of the world and the Rory Mcilroys, that's nearly doable. But if you can't hit it that far, it's quite obvious. You've got to keep it down the right side. And for those people, they put 2 little bunkers there.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, and now a good chance to attack this hole. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Players still fighting the strong winds out there today. seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. And he's made it for eagle. What a hole this is. 255 yards, par 3, water everywhere you look. This is a real test.
Yeah, it's called Amen, and whatever religion that you subscribe to, you better say a prayer before this one. Has it?
Maybe wet. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. It's at sneaky distance. Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. Doing what needs to be done, you need to make them from that distance. We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Well, Frank, no doubt players thinking about one thing, making a 3, hitting a good shot in there close.
Yeah, the green does narrow up a little bit in that back left corner, but a good layup gives you a chance to go directly at the flag.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Locked in on the read and the speed. That's good work. That's a good par right there. 555-yard par 5 8th hole. Frank, is this a two-shotter or a three-shotter?
Good question, Rich. It starts to shrink down by the walkway, which is around that 330-yard mark. That's the decision has to be made. Personally, I think you try it at first, because even if you do find a fairway bunker, then it is certainly a layup. If you've got the distance, it's well worth the risk.
Well, beautiful drive.
Yeah, it's certainly taken the pressure off the rest of the hole.
Frank, how impressive is this performance so far?
You've got to tip your hat. Really, just played good from the first hole on. Rhythm's good. Hit a lot of good shots. Very smart, very smart decision making as well.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Good putt. Frank, the ninth hole at 452 yards with that water down the right is really a test of a player's driving ability, isn't it?
It is, and his ability to sort of take the shot on. Ideally, just something with a little bit of a fade, unless you can carry the ball 300 yards, then you can get it just past that bunker. But when you look at this hole, notice how that fairway just starts to open up. So Pete Dye will reward an aggressive tee shot, but also he'll punish it if it's wayward.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Now the difficult second shot here at the par 4 ninth. This is a good-looking shot. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. This is a 19-foot putt. Never quite had enough oomph on that.
Yeah, sort of a wishy-washy stroke.
Getting set now over the putt. In for par. Excellent front side. Trying to keep it going here on the second nine.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Frank, how impressive has this round been considering the strong winds?
Oh, it's remarkable, Rich. You look at everybody else out there struggling. This has been a round to savour.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back nine. Now the second shot here at 10.
Rich, right now, this does not look like the same player we saw earlier on in the day.
I don't recognize him. He was hitting it all over the ballpark in the first few holes. I didn't think there was any chance that he'd be where he is right now. Credit to him. This took guts.
Yeah, his composure is so different right now.
Well, that's the beauty of this game. You stay with it. It's 18 holes. You keep fighting, and you can put a score on the card. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Settles in over the putt. Did the job right there. Now at the long par 5 11th. They call it eternity with good reason. It is 617 yards. Frank, what's the game plan here?
Hit it as long as you can, hopefully only a couple of times, and you can get fairly close to this green. A little pitch up there, but even if you go for this green or try and get close, that's when you start to notice the water that comes in on the left side, so you can't just bash away. Might only be a couple of bunkers in play off the tee, but they have to be avoided. Oh, that's fine.
Players bracing against these strong, gusty winds. Really a challenge out there. Really good play off the tee, at least 300 yards and in the fairway. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Birdie try up next. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now the par 4 12th, only 363 yards, but Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9-iron? Are you better with the wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up.
Good contact, good result. Well, those are good numbers right there. 3-2-0, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Frank, another good scoring opportunity here at the par 4 12th.
Yeah, just have to focus on where that flag is in relation to these little ridges and the mounds on the screen. It's called moat because it's protected all by that wall of sand down that left side. That's not really in play for this shot. If you're smart, use one of those little ridges. They can kick it towards the flag.
This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Trying to make yet another birdie. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
You see the blend of holes here from the long par 5 to the short par 4, now to the 214-yard par 3 13th. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
And getting ready for the putt. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. 14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really: poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300-yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge in.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Never a bad score on the card. That's par. Now at the 15th, par 4, 468 yards. It is nicknamed Turning Home as we are making our way towards the club.
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. He's just burning rubber right here. I mean, this one is taking off like a missile.
Just destroyed it. He's going to try and rip the cover off it.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Good putt. Frank, this could be an exciting and pivotal point in the round, the par 5 16th.
Especially if the player decides to have a go here. If you're going to take it on a direct line, then you've got to carry all of that bunker complex. But then the other thing to realise, what's the worst thing that can happen? Just in the bunker, right? Go. Either that, hit it down the right side. There's no way you're going to reach this par 5 and 2.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. So, Frank, you arrive on the tee box. What are you thinking here as you look out at the hole they call Alcatraz? Par 3 17th at 168 yards.
Well, we've seen it all here, Rich, from that hole-in-one that Lee Trevino had in the Skins game all the way back in 1987 to people splashing away left, right, and center. No advice here. You can see what's in front of you.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Made it. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long, water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's three groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. thought he made that. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
He'll take par and move on. And that wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live final round coverage of the California Classic. So the action is underway, and we'll take you out now to our featured golfer here at number 1. Frank, this is where you find out if you are a gamer with a capital G. First tee, final round, you're in the lead. Can you hold it?
And this is also where you find out if your best stuff is good enough.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a good-looking shot. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Getting set now over the putt. Pretty good putt, Frank. Just didn't quite read it correctly.
Yeah, would have certainly liked that to go in.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Second hole's just 371 yards. Frank, are players licking their chops, thinking they need to make a 3 here?
Yeah, if you can just accept the fact that you're going to have a longer second shot than you'd think for a hole of 370 yards, then that's the first way to overcome this. Just put yourself a short iron in your hand. Do the attacking with the second shot.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
And that's going to stay on the fairway with the second hole. Second shot now at the second hole. That will be a great look at birdie. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Chalk that up as a birdie for the scorecard. Frank, Pete Dye certainly gives you a variety of holes, and we see that Granted, 3 par 4s to start, but each one with a different look.
They certainly are, Rich, and it's amazing what one good bunker will do. And the bunker I'm referring to is the one down the left side. That's about 285 yards to carry. It's the sort of bunker that keeps you honest. A little extra.
Look at this. Look at all the power in that coil. Good contact, good result. That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. All right, Frank, what do you think of this second shot here at the third?
Player gets a big opportunity here. Even though this green is 35 yards deep, it just angles away to the left side. As long as you don't leave the ball out that right side, there's a good chance for a birdie here at 3. Surely not.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Now to the fourth, 192 yards and a pretty tough hole location here today. First par 3 of the day, it is the fourth here at PGA West, sitting at just under 200 yards in the card.
Safely on deck.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. So we played our first par 3, now to the first par 5 on this golf course at PGA West. It is the 535-yard fifth hole. Frank, it appears as though it rewards precision off the tee.
And the bombers too. You can run out of water at 335 yards. So for the Dustin Johnsons of the world and the Rory Mcilroys, that's nearly doable. But if you can't hit it that far, it's quite obvious. You've got to keep it down the right side. And for those people, they put 2 little bunkers there. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Frank, this is a game, as we know, that requires thought. It's what makes it so challenging. Club selection is critical, isn't it?
It is, and you don't just blindly grab one out, and if you hit a club 150 yards and you go, this is my 150-yard club, and that's what I have. Is it wet? Is it cold? Am I into the breeze? There's all these things that make this game special. Maybe taking one more and just hitting it a little bit easier can solve all those problems.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Looks like about 80 yards left. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Frank, I love a par 3 where you have to hit one solid golf shot. Anything less and you might pay a severe price. 255-yard par 3 sixth. What a hole.
No, you love watching somebody else play a par 3 like that.
You're right. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
In for par. Frank, the 7th is a short par 4, 346 yards. So I'm guessing it's a layup off the tee, but it might be a nervy layup because you have water on the right, and if you miss left, that's no bargain.
It's very distracting looking down the right side. I think that's the easiest way to put it. But if you can break this hole down, 346 yards, if you take 120 yards off that, which is like a wedge, then the layup only becomes like 220 yards. That seems a little less intimidating.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Second shot, good look at the green. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Always take that. Good par putt right there. Well, Frank, here at the par 5 8th, 559 yards. Looks as though the player's getting a break from the water, but there is some trouble out there.
Yeah, there certainly is bunkering both on the left and the right. Once again, though, par 5s are always an opportunity for the longer hitter. Even if you stray a little off, there's for everybody else. Second shot.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. "17-foot putt here.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. He has a birdie opportunity here. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Finishing out the front nine with a pretty difficult par 4. Again, water down that right side.
He's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday and a chance for another one today. Trying to make yet another birdie. Man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a little tap in here. Good solid par right there. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Frank, again, this would appear to be a pretty good scoring opportunity.
This is so much about getting the distance right here. Bunkers on the left. There's the water to carry. That's needless to say. But also the mounding that's just behind the screen and to the right. It's very easy to just take the trouble out of play in the front and then find the trouble behind the screen. So second shot, judging the distance, imperative here.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now at the long par 5 11. They call it eternity with good reason. It is 617 yards. Frank, what's the game plan here?
Hit it as long as you can, hopefully only a couple of times, and you can get fairly close to this green. Little pitch up there, but even if you go for this green and try and get close, that's when you start to notice the water that comes in on the left side, so you can't just bash away. Might only be a couple of bunkers in play off the tee, but they have to be avoided. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good. This one just inside 30 feet. Certainly you wouldn't call that close.
On the computer, it registers at 29 feet. Locked in on the read and the speed. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. It's par for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now the par 4 12th, only 363 yards, but Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9-iron? Are you better with the wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up.
This one's sweet, Frank.
Super. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank here at the par 4 12th, getting ready for this approach shot. Good chance for a 3.
There is. Notice the contours on the green. They sort of slope towards the back and down that left side. So you can actually use that in your favor with this approach.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday and trying for another one today. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Well, Frank, we came off a hole, the short par 4 12th, where players no doubt were thinking about making birdie. Here, it's a different story. Why?
It is. Well, 13 is always going to be unlucky for some. There's so much water down there on that left side. And the way it sort of laps up to the wooden bulkhead, it looks anything other than a straight shot. And this is where you have to mentally move the flag. You've got to push that flag out of the green and say, I do not want to go left of that.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Drops it in for birdie. 14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really. Poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge in.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a good-looking shot. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Good putt. Par 4 15th, measuring in at 468 yards.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Now the approach here at 15. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Par 5 16th is a slight dogleg left at 600 yards. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Third shot. Looking for a good one. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Just a couple of feet. He takes care of business there.
Solid stroke.
Now to the signature par 3. It only plays 168 yards from the tips. But the tee sits up high and the wind can blow, and a lot can happen here. This one has a chance to be close. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. These putts keep the round together. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long, water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's 3 groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with. It's fine.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better. No, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
That's why you play the game, to stack up the wins. Great effort right there. This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Frank, we've called golf all around the world, but never at a golf course quite like this.
Rich, we've picked a perfect day. It's usually here about 64 people running around, about...
All right, Frank, we are all set to tee off here at the first. The opening hole, it's a drive off an old aircraft carrier to an island. Tell us a little bit about this opener.
We're going to need full flaps to get this ball up quickly, Rich. Green on the right side of the island, so a little bit of trim to the right. Just miss those palm trees, and you might just find the target.
I like the looks of this one. That is classy.
A chance of going in.
Locked in on the read and the speed. One under early in the round. Now to the second hole, Frank, and just a look here. This green is clearly very heavily guarded.
Yeah, you notice that guard shack on the right there? Well, you better keep your head down because we're not sure whether or not that guard shack is actually empty.
Be a dangerous shot here at the second.
And left trees, a little bit of sand. There is the bridge as well.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That's well played, and now a good look at birdie. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Frank, there's an old basketball announcer who used to say when a ball went in and out of the cylinder, just the way that one did, he would say, ringtail howitzer. And that one just didn't go in. Did the job right there. Frank, this is a golf course that takes every bit of modern equipment, telecommunications, hardware to get the job done. Woods, irons, hybrids. I'll tell you this, a little Kevlar wouldn't hurt either.
Yeah, if you don't have that there today, you'll catch some flack.
Frank, I think what sets golf apart from other sports is that the fan can get so close to the great athlete as the round is being played.
Yeah, well, that's why the sport itself, and we consider it more intimate for that reason. You know, most golf spectators play the game. Whereas other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators, but most golf fans are golfers.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Pretty good shot right there. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Solid par to remain 1 under. Frank, here at the 4th, there's an awful lot going on.
There certainly is. Solar panels, radar tower is up and ready to go, so it will confirm the landing on the other side. If it's successful, this rather long par 3 around the 230-yard mark, so this is going to be all carry. Got to land that ball on the green. It will not run through that beach area, and of course the trees and the palm trees all the way around. If this isn't flighted properly, it will not find the destination.
Seems like too much for just one man. This looks like a job for an entire flight. No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Good effort and a good par putt. Now the par 3 5th, and Frank, what can you tell us about this hole?
This green is guarded by the burning destroyer on the left, but that beach area on the right, you're going to need scuba gear if you go on there, so no chance really of making par or getting that ball up and down. Palm trees on the left side of the screen. There is a nice little avenue, but if you're creative, a nice little draw here would be perfect.
There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. Has to like that one. Another birdie to get to 2 under par. Up to the 6th tee, Frank, and we're back against that destroyer. You need to take it over that small island.
Yeah, this is a little village too, and remember the double greens at St Andrews? Well, this is a split double green. It's shared in amongst the village. The green on the right, very, very small. So this a very lengthy par 3. It's going to be a case of really ready aim driver for some.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Frank, I don't know if it's legal, but a player might want to get a detailed map from high overhead, maybe from a bomber squadron flying by, just to get an idea of what they're navigating on this hole.
Well, if you can't call one in, you can always go up one of those lookout towers and maybe get a good surveillance of the hole, or even the wind direction. It's not overly long, just under 160 yards. Green sets up nicely, though, directly aiming at the player at the tee.
This is a good-looking shot. Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Starting to fire on all cylinders. A couple of birdies in a row and now 4 under. Now to the 8th hole, Frank, you really just need to follow the trail down to the green here at Paracel Storm.
Barracks are probably the biggest problem in front of you. They're just short and left of this par 3 green. For the very observant, though, they'll notice a little one-on-one, perhaps a little basketball court just along the left side.
A little three-point shooting contest, you and I later on?
This is a par 3.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Rounding out this front 9 mission here, the 9th hole. Shot over the building.
I need to be careful. The front left of the screen is guarded by a tower, and anything right, you'll be ducking for cover in the trenches.
Been a real battle out here today. Just need to keep it all together. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. These putts keep the round together. Rolling, rolling, rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Wait, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
This for par. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. The 11th hole here at Paracel Storm, now a military playground. Frank, certainly the players are thankful, having traded the guns for golf clubs. Good time out there so far.
A little bit of an obstacle course, though, here at 11. You can see the weather vanes that adorn the right side of this hole. Tee shot has to be played across that seawall. So, once again, all carry. And let's see if he can land softly on the other side.
Early part of this second 9 and a good approach shot. And now, pretty good chance for birdie. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
So just a formality here. Has it for par. Stays at -5. Frank, the 12th hole here at Paracel Storm, at 241 yards, island green. I can't think of a harder par 3 in the world.
This hole, you really have to be wary on the direction of the wind, because if it's coming off the island, then it's going to blow it towards the water. It's going to make this tee shot so much more difficult. Conversely, if you get a little sea breeze, it's going to help. It's going to hold it up there and make this whole play that little bit easier.
That will be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
Here we are now at the 13th, and Frank, this is a stout-looking hole.
Rich, it certainly is. No time to be superstitious on number 13. The trenches, they protect the back and the right of this green. Anything left of that, time to call in the Navy.
That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Under. Frank, now at the 14th, and really a simple objective here.
It looks like an old sand dune where they've just put it really just looks like green and beaches with a few palm trees behind, but beware.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
This for birdie. Bang, bang, back-to-back birdies. Frank, in any war zone, the element of surprise is always so critical, and we see that here at the 15th.
Yeah, this green is fortified by the jungle that surrounds it, and just a little feature that you often don't see on a golf course. It's not a bunker in the middle of that green, just a mini forest.
Just a little short shot here. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, it's certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, It's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
That moves them to 8 under par. 2 straight birdies. Just take a look out at the battleships burning, the solar panels, the bridges, the barracks. You know you're not at your dad's country club anymore. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Frank, dare I say, he's about to enter the zone.
Oh, it just looks way too easy. Everything in the right direction. I'd hate to say it's a formality, but it looks like 4 in a row.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. That's good work. That's good par right there. Now to the 17th hole, and as we come to the end of this round, you salute the players because they're out there carrying not only their golf clubs, but the med kits and the meal packs, because this is no ordinary golf course. You have to be on alert, high guard all the time. That should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. I mean, you just don't see this too often. How about 9 birdies on the card today? What a round. Now the finishing hole, Frank, and just a spectacular looking hole.
Yeah, chance to complete our mission. Should we succeed here at 18? If anything, you want to keep the ball a little left of the flag. Otherwise, we're off the beach.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
So a tester from 4 feet. Now -10 for the round. Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Well, take a look at this site, Wolf Creek Golf Club. It is for real. Frank, I've never seen anything quite like this as we get set to call it for EA Sports. I'm Rich Lerner behind the mic, and we welcome you to this site that opened up back in 2000. It's a par of 72 with some elevated tees. Frank, what does the player need to look out for here at Wolf Creek?
Well, everything. Try and keep your eyes on the fairways, though. That's the only green thing apart on this magnificent venue. It's hard to imagine you can play golf in this sort of area, but it's so well defined. Obviously, anything green is golf course, and left or right of that, you're going to find yourself in some problems. But really trying to judge all the elevation changes. Ball's going to fly a little bit further in the thin air, but it's amazing on the eye.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. How it's done.
You take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. A -2 early in the round. Frank, there's so many impressive holes here at Wolf Creek, but the second really stands out.
Yeah, that tee box, is it 9 stories high? It's hard to imagine you can tee up that high, and obviously trying to judge distance is one thing, but also just the visual that you get. Oh, I like that.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a good-looking shot. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Oh, I thought he had that. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Frank, 227 yards from the back tee here at the par 3 third. This is all you want.
Well, that's for sure. Plays a little longer than that too by virtue of playing uphill. Thin air might negate some of that. There's going to be a good shot just to keep the ball on the green. One of the smaller greens here.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
Really. This is that awkward length.
Oh, you hate to miss from that distance. Locked in on the read and the speed. So 2 under early on. And we pick up action at the 4th. Frank, I've been impressed with the play to this point early in the round.
Yeah, it's solid without being spectacular, and that's actually a huge compliment. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I have something in common with Jack Nicklaus, with Arnold Palmer, with Phil Mickelson, with Tiger Woods. I won Augusta National Golf Club. Frank, this is a good position to be in for a player. Making birdies, making some moves.
You're starting to get the momentum, too, for the finish.
How about this hole, Frank, par 5 fifth?
If you stand on this tee for the first time, you've got virtually no idea where you've got to aim. Do you aim it left of those bunkers? Do you aim it over the sort of the canyon? Really, the answer is how far do you hit it, because that is going to determine the line that you hit it on. Avoid the water, that little stream, but you can always have a drink on the way if you want to, I guess. Second shot plays uphill, but this is a relatively short par 5, so very reachable. But you've got to see, you've got to flight that second shot. You want to make sure that ball's coming in nice and high to this green that's perched up.
Excellent looking shot here. Excellent, perfect position.
Ball's just sitting up too. You could hit anything from there.
Frank, what's it going to take here on this approach at the par 5?
Well, some people might actually try and bounce it in between those two bunkers and run the ball up on the green. But personally, I'd try and actually take a hybrid or something with a little bit more loft and try and fly the ball. Take those two bunkers out of play.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Settles in over the putt.
Rich, how can you leave an eagle putt short?
Well, you can't. I mean, that's embarrassing.
You can leave a par putt, birdie putt, an eagle putt.
Might want to just shut the game down and quit playing. Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the billy goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a billy goat come the end of the day, that's for sure. The huge elevation changes once again are apparent here at the 6th. Tis a dogleg to the right, not really a driver unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play or that little stream that cuts across. Second shot, a little bit uphill. Those bunkers are really where you shouldn't go. We all know that. And this green was anything other than flat. A fun-looking hole, too, and a fun hole to play.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Showing no signs of weakness. That's a good putt right there. Stays at 4 under. Well, everybody loves the short par 4. And here we have one, Frank, just 302 yards, the 7th hole.
And this hole is anything other than straightforward, Rich. Huge drop off at the front of the screen that is surrounded by water. So it's going to be a layup off the tee, really, to try and get the right yardage. This green is very, it's not very deep, but it's extremely wide. The hardest thing is to try and get a flat lie with whatever club you decide to hit off the tee and get the right yardage. Otherwise, that green actually might be a little elusive, even though this is a very short hole.
Just wearing out the center of the club face. Hasn't missed a shot, hasn't missed a green in regulation all day long. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. So close. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just a couple of feet. Starting to make a nice move. 5 under with that birdie for the tournament. Par 3 8, 248 yards down to the green. What a hole.
Yeah, maybe you put your two hands together, make a little prayer. You might make two, but make 3 here and run to the next tee. This is it's just a gorgeous par 3, but it is tough. Every bit as tough as what it is pretty, as a matter of fact. Should be safely on deck.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Filling it up today. Beautiful putt. Set to round out the front side here at Wolf Creek with a par 4.
Fun hole for the big hitter, too. They can really take advantage of this. The last fairway bunker down there on the right side is just over 300 yards to get over it. And longer hitters could nearly drive it in the greenside bunker on the right. So just tee it up there. You're playing desert golf for a reason. Enjoy it. Just have a little flick in here. And chance, too, to have a little birdie at the end of your front nine.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Now a chance for a birdie. Now to 7 under par. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second nine.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Good contact, good result. Cracked that one out there here at the 10th, and now he's put himself in a really good spot to get after this flagstick. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. We're here at the downhill par 3 11th hole. Frank, it's 215 yards from the back tee.
This hole certainly is not for the faint of heart. When you look at that tee shot, you think, oh my God, what do I do from here? But remind yourself, it's 215 yards and really only about 160, 170 yards to green grass again. But it's 215 yards. That should be the club that you're trying to pick. Green's big enough. Just persuade yourself that. Try not to look at the canyon and the desert. There is a green down there. The hole is playable.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. And now we'll have this for birdie.
It's that sneaky distance.
Really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. Now to the par 5 12. Pretty big hole with a really big green.
And a really good blue area to the left, called water there. That's to be avoided off this tee, that's for sure. A good drive that avoids all of that. And then the hole is certainly reachable, but as you can see, water creeps in again, back right on this hole. So just don't get too cavalier here. A 5 wouldn't be the worst score. I know you want better, but Believe me, seen many a 6s and 7s racked up here at 12.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Superb shot.
That's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Getting set now over the putt. Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to -11 on the deck. 13th hole here at Wolf Creek, and Frank, anyone can say, oh, I'm going to take this one over the trees, but very few can stand up and say, I'm flying this baby clear over the mountains.
Yeah, if you take the direct route, obviously it's going to be much shorter than the 350 yards that it's measured as a dogleg right. So the direct line, well, I don't want to tell you the exact yardage because it might give you too much of a clue, but it might be worth taking. It's going to be a blind tee shot, though, and you're not quite sure on the outcome. Second shot.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. He has this for a birdie. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. 14th hole here at Wolf Creek. Time to pull out the driver and as well the phone because you want to take some pictures here. Yes. What a spectacular view.
Stunning. You can see a whole panoramic sort of 360 degrees right around this golf course. Then when you flick back and actually look at the 14th hole, there's 6 bunkers, 3 really in play with the tee shot, as you can see, the other 3 just up by the green. Anything to the right of those is preferred, unless you want to be playing your second shot out of the canyon or the bunkers. Green should be fairly receptive, and 3 distinct portions, which is sort of a common trait here at Wolf Creek. That's sort of 3 different tier levels and that. But let's see, birdies that to be made at Wolf Creek, maybe even one here.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Frank, golf may be the best sport to follow from this standpoint. You can get closer to the great athlete in golf than you can in any other sport. You could stand 5 feet from Tiger Woods at a tee box as he's getting ready to drive. I mean, that's really unusual in sports.
Yeah, it's a different type of spectator sport, especially if you follow your favorite player all the way around the golf course. Because it's not like waiting for your favorite hitter in a baseball game. You know, you've got to wait several innings. You can literally see him hit every single shot, drive through the putt.
Now to the short par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. What is this, Frank? Just a wedge or a 9-iron?
That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. And, well, you pay the price, obviously, if you miss the green on the left down on those bunkers because they're, well, a good 6-7 feet below the level of the green. But with a wedge or a 9-iron, who doesn't go aiming at the flag?
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That will be a great look at birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now to the 16th hole, and Frank, another good scoring chance.
If you can avoid the confusion off the tee, it looks like the hole might be a dogleg, then is it a carry? It meanders from one way to the other, but really when you actually break the hole down, it's virtually straight ahead. Those two bunkers in the driving distance, they frame the hole nicely, so play it as a straightaway par 4. It should set up beautifully for just a little short iron and perhaps a birdie opportunity.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Drops it in for birdie. Now to the 17th, par 5 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club.
Yeah, dogleg left. Tee shot obviously has to be played short of that creek down there. It's still going to be a reachable hole, even though this hole's sort of around the 550, 560 mark. But because you've got to play short of that stream, it's going to leave a lengthy second shot, and you've got to get the distance right on the button. Oh, I liked that. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. This one has a chance to be close. What a shot. setting up for an eagle here. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
He'd love to get this one. Big putt for birdie. And drops it in. 18th hole, and Frank, again, a good scoring opportunity. Short par 4.
Yeah, if you looked at the scorecard, you'd think you could drive this green, but one quick look at the trouble in front and to the right of the screen, and you realize that's probably not the prudent play. Really, something 230, 240 yards off the tee in that vicinity is going to leave you just a flick wedge into this green. It is a rather narrow green, but from that distance, you'd expect to hit it close.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Be very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can two-putt from there is a good result.
Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Frank, you surprised to see that name on top of the leaderboard?
I am surprised to see the name, but not that style of golf leading. It was great performance, especially tee to green. You don't often see people start that quickly.